Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you'd purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be taking a look at the Rolex Datejust 36. This one of the newer the new offerings, one of the many new offerings actually of 2021. This one with the Palm Motif Dial, silver dial in coloration, but also a two-tone, the Everose Rollzor, meaning that you have the both red gold or rose gold along with steel construction here, index hour marks, and a Jubilee bracelet. Reference number 126231. I'll be going over all of the aspects of this watch: the case, the dial, the bezel, the crown functions, as well as the movement and the bracelet, and I'll be giving my thoughts on these throughout this video. So starting off with this case, 36mm, it's in the name. Datejust 36 from finger to thumb, that's 36mm from 2 to 8 o'clock position. Same with the 10 to 4 o'clock position. Same distance, same 36mm. You have a monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. You also have a full stainless steel construction here for the case, oyster steel being Rolex's own proprietary blend of steel and other minerals to make it a very, very high polish and very, very beautiful, and also extremely strong construction. Taking a look at the front of this case, we have a full high polish as well as evident on the lugs and the sides of the case, nice high polish as well. Sitting on the front though, we do have the fluted bezel, this one in Everose Rollzor or Everose Gold, being that it's called Everose. Rolex called it such because of its ability to basically maintain its coloration much longer than any other rose golds on the market. Rose gold, their Everose Gold being a rose gold mixed also with oyster steel to maintain that super high durability. Fluted because that's originally what was made so that they could actually screw it onto the front of the dial to maintain the water resistance, but over time modern technology made that, well, not all that necessary anymore, so it's kept as basically a mark of distinction. So whenever you see this fluted bezel, you know it's a Rolex. They always make it in some sort of gold, and in this case rose gold or Everose Gold. Take a look at this dial, more Everose Gold actually on the hour marks there for the placements for the settings, as well as the crown and the hands here. You also have a silvered dial, a silver sunray dial with a palm motif, just sort of their response to basically making very, very highly detailed and very beautiful dials. And all of the palm motif dials were made very, very carefully with consideration to the complexity of the dial, so that they're still recognizable but without actually obstructing any of the actual functionality of this watch when it comes to telling the time. You also have a date aperture at the 3 o'clock, small on the dial, big under the Cyclops lens. It makes it so you can read the date very easily and at a glance. Okay, so taking a look here at the dial again, let's turn the lights out and you can actually see the chromolite feature on there, making it a nice blue tint so you can actually see the dial very clearly. It's clipping my highlights, so it's incredibly bright in low light situations. All right, turning the lights back on, and there we go, no longer blinded. We can see the crown functions here at the 3 o'clock position. Simply wind the watch at the base position, rather simple there. Once you start feeling the damping and the resistance starting to ramp up after about 20 to 30 full winds, you've reached the full power reserve from a dead stop. So keep that in mind. Pull the crown out to the next position. This allows you to change the date using the quick set function. You can do this at any time of the day. No problem there. They've made updates to the movement where you can do this at any time of the day without any damage to the movement. It's about a quarter turn to advance the date by 1. Rather simple there. Pull the crown out to the final position. You can then stop that seconds hand, giving you that hacking function. And thanks to the Datejust 36 with the index hour marks, you have the minute track at the peripheral, so you can then set your minute hand precisely wherever it needs to go based on the position of that seconds hand. Press the crown back in once you have it nice and synchronized up to an atomic clock, then screw the crown back into the case to ensure the superior water resistance. So what makes all of that work? It's the caliber 3235 made by Rolex, made in-house, meaning that you do have the plus or minus 2 second per day time differential after casing, giving it the superlative chronometer certification as printed on this and every Rolex dial. You have the center hour, minute, and seconds hands, instantaneous date with the rapid setting, and the stop seconds for precise time setting. All those features I had just demonstrated using the winding crown. The oscillator on the inside, you can't see any of the movement, but you do have that added security of the steel case back. The oscillator features a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring with high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers. So what does that mean? That means you can get relatively close to magnets and circuitry and the like, and you can take a few bumps here and there, and it won't make any effect on the movement of the watch. You'll be keeping time just fine. You also have a bidirectional self-winding perpetual rotor center mounted on the movement itself. Basically what that is that once you wound your watch manually, you can continue to wear your watch and wind it at the same time. The natural movements of your wrist will keep that perpetual rotor spinning around with the natural movements of your wrist, so you can actually basically wind the mainspring barrel, therefore keep up the power reserve. That being about 70 hours for this watch. Quite impressive for watches of these days, and impressive, but yet, well, basically the new standard. Basically updates to movements have made it so that, you can set this down for 3 whole days, pick it back up after, a nice weekend out, and back to business on Monday. Just wear it all day Monday after setting it down on Friday, and you'll be back to the full power reserve thanks to the perpetual winding rotor. While I'm zoomed out here, you can also see the Jubilee bracelet here. Also 5-piece links across, semicircular links there as well. 3 middle links being a high polish Everose gold, with the 2 outer links being a satin brushed finished steel. You also have the Oyster folding clasp here with the raised Rolex crown logo. Simply lift the top to open it, nice and easy. Nice hook and beak system there. You have the Rolex stamped logo, the full logo on the inside with a full steel construction as well. And the added advantage to the folding clasp here, something that you don't get on the smaller models. This is basically the smallest Datejust model that allows for the folding clasp, which is the Datejust 36. And that is the Easy Link 5mm extension. So if you have your watch sized perfectly to your wrist, simply put, your wrist will generally expand and contract over time depending on your hydration and the heat outside. So just simply reach underneath here if you need a little bit more room on your bracelet, and there you go, another Jubilee link basically, or half an Oyster link. And when you no longer need it, just simply fold it back in on itself, snap it into the case, and you're good to go. And while I'm here, I'll also show you what it looks like on my wrist, at least 7 inches in circumference, so you have a good idea of what it looks like. And it looks very good because for me, 7 inches on my wrist, 36 inches for the case, it just looks perfect because I get the perfect balance between case, perfect balance among case, dial, and the bracelet from the 12 to 6 o'clock sides. I have a little bit of view of all of that so I can see the full assembly of the watch without also compromising on having a small dial, because this is a perfect size dial for me because the index hour marks are spaced apart just right. The size of those hour marks are just right. The lengths of the hour and minute hands just right. Everything just fits perfectly here. On a larger 41mm dial, they tend to be spaced more apart. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a personal preference taste, of course. Now taking a look straight down the wrist, very small space under the lugs there. As your wrist gets smaller, you will have a little bit more space under the lugs. Not that that's an issue, because breathability is always good. And you'll certainly get that with the Jubilee bracelet here, because you do have the basically zero tolerance among the Rolex links. Basically, you can continue to wear this watch without it pinching your skin. It won't pull your hairs out. They keep their space and their distance from each other basically throughout the entire lifetime of the watch. Feels very comfortable on the outside, feels even better on the inside. Feels like satin, or like a very supple, soft feel. And again, looking at it straight on, very easy to read actually, because of the Everose gold settings for the index hour marks. It's very, very easy to read because of that extra added contrast between the silver and the red gold. So you can have just enough readability so you can actually see this at a glance without having to stare at it and wonder what time it is. And with that palm motif, well, only Rolex makes this dial, and this is the only sort of dial that has it, the Everose gold two-tone Rolls-Royce configuration that has this silver dial. It's a bit subtle, but quite classy in its own way. Not too, loud and out there, but when it matters, all the details are there, and very, very fine details they are. But that's enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below what you think about this Rolex Datejust 36 with the Palm Motif Silver Dial, two-tone Ever Rose Gold with steel construction Jubilee Bracelet and index hour marks. Reference number 126231. Visit our store at jazztime.com if you like this watch. If you want to purchase this watch, new, used, discontinued, whatever, or any other watch, visit our store. Links down in the description below. If you happen to like this video, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to also subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch, visit the links in the description down below. Go to our website at jazztime.com. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.